everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and this week we are making rainbow applique crochet thingies. Yeah, so I have designed these rainbows. They can be used on lots of things. You can put them on a mug cozy, you can put them on a cushion, you can put them on a blanket, you know. So I have made 3 sizes. So this is 17 centimeters from here to here. This is 14 and this is 7. And I thought they could be used for so many things that, you know, I wanted to make one, which I did. I think I started with this one, but then I thought it's a bit big, so I started making them smaller. So yeah, like I said, you can applique them to anything basically, but I thought it was not so easy to find a pattern for this online, so that's why I thought I would do this week. You'll be treated to 3 patterns this week because obviously one of each is going to be a topic for the video. So let's get started. Now, in today's video, we are making the medium rainbow. Now, before we get started, for the exact colors, there is a video which tells you all about those, so do go and have a look at that one. And I suggest you go down a size in hook for this project. So I normally, when the wool is prescribed as a 4, I normally use a 3.5, but for this project, I am going to be using my 3. It makes for a nice and compact finish of your rainbow applique. So without further ado, so to get started for our medium rainbow, we are going with the lipstick. I am making my slip knot in with your hook, and we are going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You're going to place your stitch marker in the 6th stitch. Then you are going to chain 1 and 2. We have now done those 2 chains. They are the first stitch of our round. We are doing half double crochets for the medium sized rainbow, and we need to do all along our chain, we need to do 2, so there's 6 chains, but we need to do 2 half double crochets in each chain. So like I said, these 2 chains are the first half double crochet, and we are now going to do the second half double crochet in that chain with the stitch marker. And that was just to indicate which one was that 6th stitch, and now we are replacing it. Oh no, it flew away into that 2nd chain, so we know where that is. Okay, so that is our first stitch with the 2 half double crochets in, and now we are going to find another 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So make sure you see where you're supposed to be going, so you have enough stitches done. And just like before, it's a little bit fiddly. Just take your time. But also, this one is completely different to the other ones. The other rainbows were predictable, I think, you know, where you had to put your stitches and the increases. Here we are going to have to do a little bit of, how should I say it, constructive or imaginative crocheting to get the result that we need. So yeah, so for each color, come back and see what I am doing. Okay, so this is my 6th stitch, so the very first chain. I've done my first half double crochet, and now I am doing my 2nd one. I'm getting in, you know, I'm trying to get into the stitch basically any way I can. Yeah, I'm in, that's good enough. okay, and I do the half double crochet. There we go. And indeed, look, it is arching the way it should be. So that was our lipstick. Now we are going to go to the spice, and you now have 12 V's on the edge of your work here. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and that stitch marker here indicates the 12th one, and that's why it's important you put it there, just so it takes away the guesswork when you are, you know, trying to work out, is it the chain, does it count, does it not count. Right, so orange is a predictable round. We are just going to do into the first stitch, so take out your stitch marker, keep your eye on the stitch, yarn over into that stitch, or you try to pick up the V anyway of that chain. Right, there we go. And you do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch and 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. 1 and 2. And that's how you will continue this round until the end. I'm at the end of my round. In the last stitch I have to do 2 stitches. So there we go. That is the end of this round, and we now have 18 stitches. On to yellow. Right, we are going to do the predictable increase ratio, yes, but we just need to finish a little bit different. So into that first stitch, again it's closed up for me, so I open it slightly, and I know what I'm picking up even though it's lying funnily here. I've opened up the stitch, so yeah, go into it as best you can, yarn over and do your first half double crochet. There we go. Then in the next stitch another, just a single half double crochet, in the next stitch 2 half double crochets. There we go. This is the ratio that you're going to continue, so 1, 1, 2. I'll see you at the end. So I have come to the end of my round, and in that last stitch I did not do 2, I just did the 1 half double crochet. So I now have 23 stitches. There we go. Right, and we're on to green. Now we are not doing that second stitch at the end. We are also going to skip a stitch at the beginning. Okay, so you know this stitch here that closes up for me, that standing that standing half double crochet, just forget about it. Okay, let's just yarn over and into that sort of first stitch that's open for you to go into, not that standing stitch where we have to fiddle to get into it. So there we go. We're just going to skip that first standing stitch, but do your first stitch in the second stitch basically. So we're going to do 4 half double crochets, 2, 3 and 4, and then we do 2, 1 and 2, and that's the increase ratio. 1, 1, 1, that's 3, and then another one, 4, and then the 2 in that next stitch. Okay, and that's how you're going to continue all the way to the end. And at the end you just keep going, you don't do a double anymore. there we go. That's the green round done. Voila. You now have 25 stitches. I am ready with my blue on my hook. Again, let's just skip that first stitch, yarn over into the first proper V that there is there, so no trying to open up the standing stitch. There we go. And this time we are going to do 5 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then we do a 2, 1 and 2, and that's how you will continue. At the end you just fill up your round with singular half double crochets. So I did a double here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just kept going with my single half double crochets there. Okay, and you are ready to close off the round. I'm ready with my indigo. Once again, skipping the first stitch, yarning over into that second stitch. I'm doing my first half double crochet. I am going to do 6 half double crochets. Then I am going to do 2 half double crochets. So this is my 5th one. There is number 6. And now I do 2, and then we start counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then we do the 2 again. And at the end we just have the 6 half double crochets there, and that's plenty. Let's cut this off, and then we are ready. When you sew in your ends, you can pull it slightly so it comes out, so it straightens up a little bit. Right, okay, for violet. Slip knot, unhook. Once again we are skipping that first stitch, just going into that sort of not closed up standing crochet. Here you have yarned over, you go in and you do a half double crochet, and once again we are doing 6 individual half double crochets, and then we do the 2 in half double crochets. So it's the same increase as the line before, 2, 4, 6, and then we do the 2. And once again we are going to do 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then we have the next stitch where we will do 2, and you just keep going until the end of the round. So I have just done my 2 here, and I have another stitch, so yes, I am just going to put another half double crochet into there. So that is our rainbow finished, and like I said, now you need to use the ends to pull it sort of straighter, or as straight as you can at the ends, at the sort of, you know, where it starts, to you know, make it as nice as you can. There we go. So I pull it in slightly and I stay within the colour, so don't go into the other colours because you will see that I put my end on my needle and I go into the colour, pulling up the end slightly so it straightens up a bit. And once you've done that, you will be ready to put it on anything you want. I have plans for my rainbows, so do keep an eye out for those videos. They are coming up. Oh dear, I've been having lots of fun with this rainbow theme, so yeah. See, so I've put it in, but I can still pull it a little bit. See, that has straightened it out considerably. And I can do the same with the green and the blue, etc. So that works quite well. I hope you enjoyed this little series. So there we are. Hopefully you will try and make them. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for some more pictures. Thank you. Bye.